Hi and welcome to episode 31 of the Yarnniffler podcast. My name is Sam. I'm a university student from Belgium. I love to knit and crochet while I'm not studying and sometimes when I'm studying. If you're a new viewer, hi. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I love to talk all about the yarny things. I'll try to do this every 2 weeks. You can find me on Instagram as Sam Wyffels and on Ravelry as Yarnniffler. And I will be linking everything down below in the description box what I'm talking about. So, and if there's something that's unclear and you can't find it, just message me or leave a comment and I'll try to help you out. Okay, it seems like I can't talk today, so we'll see how this goes. Maybe I'll be stumbling over my words some more. But I just finished my afternoon class for today. Today is Thursday, the 26th. Yes, Thursday the 26th of October. When I'm filming this, it's just about 4 p.m. So I'm finished for today with classes, but have some more schoolwork to do. But I wanted to film today for you. First up, what I'm wearing is the sweater is Ship Shape by Heidi Kirmaier. I made size XL. I used Holzgarn Super Soft held double in the flannel grey color, and the red one is called Venetian. And if you want to know more about it, I have everything linked down below. The Ravelry page for this will be in between there as well. For today I have a finished object and one that's almost a finished object, but I'm not completely sure. I'll tell you more about that. I have some whips, the Mkal. I finished glue 3, so I'll be showing you that. I have a future knitting plan, and I have a very exciting acquisition which will probably bring a lot of future knitting plans forward as well. That's it, I think, so let's get into it. My first finished objects are these socks. These are the Real DNA socks by, let me see, Lisa Dancer. These are a free pattern on Ravelry. I made mine toe up. So I just used, so let me try to show you. So as you can see, you have this patterning here. This is a DNA strand, and I am studying sciences, so this is one that I find very cool and stuff like that. I knitted this toe up and just used the cabling pattern and just read the chart and just went from there. I used 56 stitches and did an Eye of Partridge heel. I had about like 2.5 repeats on the foot, and I did the same 2.5 repeats on the leg. So as you can see, I have about 5 of these clusters, I'm gonna say, just to make sure. So they're very tall, but they will be sticking on top of my Dr. Martin boots, and then you can even see like one of the DNA strands and the ribbing. The yarn I used for this was from Hobby, and I have the ball ones here. So it was Dolce Sock Wool Dots, and this is color 9, or the color or named cyan blue. So you can see it's a little bit of a fade where it goes from lighter to darker to lighter, and then on the other sock it gets reversed. Very fun, ready to wear. I have not blocked these yet, but they're completely finished. The ends are woven in, just need to be snipped when they're blocked. And the fun thing about this is I have been knitting this, so I started them, but like once I was here somewhere. So last time, so what I did about, since last time you saw them, I did about 2 more of these pattern repeats and the ribbing, but like after I finished it though and did a couple of, like maybe 1 complete pattern repeat, 2 of these clusters, I only knitted these while I was in class. So like I was doing, most of my classes are science based, so I was in some science classes knitting on some science socks, and it was very cool because like my friends that was sitting next to me were sometimes asking what I'm knitting on, and then, oh, there's DNA in it, and then so that was cool that people even that didn't know the pattern or anything could really see what these are. So those will be, once they're blocked and dried, I will be wearing them. They will be worn a lot, I think, because I find them really cool. Okay, and then, so yeah, that's that. Then my next finished object, maybe I'm not completely sure, is in here. It's this. So it's not completely finished because I haven't closed the top yet and sewn in the ends. I have, let me try to show you. It's a very simple watch cap ribbed hat. This is the ribbed watch cap and beanie pattern by Church Mouse Yarns and Tees. So this pattern I've used before when I made a black watch cap for my dad, and I told you that time that I knitted it twice as well. So the first time it was too big, and then I took out 32 stitches, I think, and it fits, but it's a little bit short, and he has told me, so it's for him, it's a summer hat. So my dad doesn't have a lot of hair, and he wears hats even in the summer on colder evenings, but he's like, they only, if he wears them when his ears are cut, they're just like this top part of his ears are covered, and otherwise it's just above his ears. That's his style. So he asked me, could I make that? I'm like, yeah, sure. And it's like, it fits, but it's a little bit short. And he told me, like, if he really frowns, then the hat rides up and he could lose it, or like if he's biking, it's not completely safe. So we live and we learn. So I made another one. This one is the same pattern. I made it longer. I have no idea how much longer than the first one, but this is about 20 centimeters. I think, like, if I really stretch it out, it will be more 18 centimeters. So I think it's about 23 centimeters, not stretched out, hoping to get around a 20 centimeter hat when it's stretched. And for this one I did 136 stitches. So I figured out how many stitches I need to do less. So I did again one like repeat less to see if this one works better. But I still feel like there's a lot of stretch in this one. Like, as you can see, like, if I hold this, like, I can wear this. Like, okay, this is not really gonna work because of my bun, but like, as you can see, I can wear this perfectly. It's not like snug. So I'm not completely sure. And then if you roll it up, which is the way he mostly wears his hats, like one time cuffed or sometimes even 2 times, but I think for this one it's gonna be a one-time cuff like this. Then it's like, I'm not completely sure that his gives enough grip on his head. So yeah, I decided not to bind off, to just like almost finish it and just try it on when I get home tomorrow evening in the weekend and see if this is better. If I need to take out more, I can always like try to like clip away some of the stitches to see if that will be better, because it's a very stretchy yarn as well. And yeah, but we'll see. The yarn I used for this is Lana Grossa Kubu, just 100% merino in just a black color, and the number is 433. I'll try, I don't know, the reflecting light doesn't want to show it, so it's this. So we'll see. I've also thought about making, like, you have the muscle burrow hat by Isolda Teak, I think it is, and this one goes like, you have this hat and then it flips around and you have like the same side, and then you put one into the other. But it's like he wants more of a summer hat, so it like when it's not, shouldn't be too hot. But maybe if I make him a winter hat, I'll go for that size, because that's like that kind of construction, because it would give more work better on his head, I think. I don't know, we'll see. I'll see and ask him, and otherwise I just rip it out and start again. It's 136 stitches, like I said. It's like almost, I work my socks 2 at a time. You will see when I show you my sock whip. So it's like almost one whole round on my socks is like one round on this. It's just one by one ribbing until you get to the decreases very fast. Like I knitted this in 3 days, I think. So yes, so that one is coming home with me. I used just over 1 ball of yarn, so I had left over the same yarn that I made his first hat in, so I had leftovers from that because I was not sure how much I would need, so I bought 3 balls then, and so like I used just over 1 ball, so I got into a second ball, and then I'll see maybe if it needs to be a little bit longer or shorter or less or more stitches. I can do that. I have more than enough yarn, so I hope to tell you next time in 2 weeks if I finished the hat or if I ripped out and made a new one that's with different stitch counts or stuff. So that's like my almost partial, not completely finished FO. And then I have a couple of whips. I will be showing the Mkal, but first I will be showing my other 2 whips. So if you don't want to be spoiled for the Stephen West Mkal, then you can skip over it. The first one is this one, which you have already seen. This is the Aosta cardigan, and I'm losing stitches, which is not good. This is the Aosta cardigan by the Knit Pearl Girl. So let me try to show you. So you have, oh, the patterning really comes out on screen very well. So you have this texture pattern that's all over, and now I have split for the sleeves. So if we turn it around, last time you saw this I was around here, so I finished the raglan increases and I'm now working on the body. So just so the thing is, with this yarn I have 8 balls of it and I can't get more, or definitely not in this die lot. So I will be trying to get like my whole cardigan out of these 8 balls. If this is gonna work, I don't know. It should be due to my calculations, but no, we'll see. So took almost 2 balls for the whole yoke. So my idea is that each sleeve will also take a ball, and then I definitely need 1 ball for like the bottom band. So like I should have 3 balls for the body, but I'm not completely sure. So my idea now is, this is, let's see where the ball ends. So this is what I have left over from my 3rd ball. So what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna finish it up on the body, put the body on hold, and definitely knit 1 of the sleeves, possibly 2. Why definitely knit 1? To know exactly how much yarn I need for the sleeves. Then once the sleeves are, or like 1 of the sleeves is finished, I can go back to the body, and then I can make sure that my body is long enough. But it goes pretty fast because it's a pretty thick yarn. And then even I am thinking about really making sure that I can stretch it out if I need some more length in blocking. So we'll see. But yeah, it has some progress, but not a lot, because this is very big yarn. But that's because I've been working on my Mkal, and this is more an in-between one. So the yarn I am using for this one, I'll look for the label, it is here. So this is Lopi yarns. This is the Alafos Lopi. This is, would you call this an electric blue? I don't know. It's a very nice blue. And this color is 1233. So I am just going on it, and we'll see where I get. The size I am making for this one is size H, and I'm using 5.5mm needles. In the pattern, the designer they recommend, they recommend a 7mm needle, but I didn't have a 7mm needle in my what am I trying to say, in my needle set. I think I definitely had a 6, not completely sure if I had a 6.5, but I'm even still off gauge, and I still needed to use a smaller needle, but that's probably because this is a complete different kind of yarn. But it works out, and then normally it will be, so I chose like the size for me with about 5 to 10 centimeters of positive ease, but due to my gauge being different, it will be a little bit bigger, so it will be perfect to just throw over other, maybe a lighter sweater when it's cold, as an extra layer. So that's the idea for that cardigan. And just a second. Okay, I just had a sneezing fit, so pause for that. My next whip is a pair of socks, which I've already shown, but not in the last episode, because then I hadn't worked on it. These are my Christmas socks number 2. So last year I got 2 of these Christmas yarns. Let me show these ones first. So they are Lana Grossa Mail Weight Christmas cashmere. They're just 50 grams. So, and they have 25% polyamide, 70% wool, and 5% cashmere. So they're very soft. So I am working on them. I have no idea where I was last time I showed you. I didn't put in a progress keeper for the podcast. So these progress keepers are to show me how much I've knitted today and how much I've done since starting the gussets. So that's what these ones show. So I just started the gusset in class earlier. So these are my new socks I'm taking to class to knit with. Because I've learned like the DNA socks were very fun, but it was just a little bit hard because every row I had to look at what I needed to be doing for the patterning. So I thought maybe vanilla socks will be easier. So these ones I had on the needles already, and then I have a new ball of yarn from when these ones are finished. So using my standard vanilla recipe, 56 stitches to up. I do about in between 40 and 45 rounds before starting the gusset, depending on the yarn. So for this one I did 41. I have a measurement that I try to get, and it depends a bit on the yarn which I get, or like how I get the measurement and then how many rows I do. These ones will be fairly short because it's only 50 grams, and I have made another pair with the same yarn in a different colorway. And yeah, so on those ones I know I had like a couple of maybe 10 rows of ribbing just after the heel, so it will be a shorty pair, but yeah, very soft and pretty hot as well during the winter. So it's like if you're wearing tights but you like your feet are cold, these ones are like a perfect layover if you don't want to stick them out of your boots or something. And the color number for these ones is 7658 if you wanted to know, but probably I think these are more seasonal ones, so I don't know if they do a new range this year with different colors or something. I don't know. And then it's time for the whip I have most worked on in the last 2 weeks. I am most excited about at this time, but if you don't want to see it, I am talking about the Geo Gradient Mystery Knit Along from Stephen West from this year. I have finished clue 1, 2 and 3 at this moment. Clue 4 came out earlier today. I've watched it. I am in love with what it's gonna be. Not gonna spoil that for anybody, but I haven't started it because I didn't have the time yet. So if you don't want to see it, you have to skip forward. I have I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 minutes and you'll see. So it's in my Mkal bag, and let me get it out. So here we go. This is where we're at. How fun is this? Yeah. So I have made for clue 1, I was not completely finished with my square, so I just finished that one off after the last episode. So you have, like, say you have 4 garter ridges in each of these sections, but like then you would have ended not with your color D but with color B at the end. So for the last ones I have made 2 colors, so I used 2 garter rows or garter bums for every color to make sure that they are all in there. And then this was, so it's maybe a little bit hard to show, maybe this way. So let's try this. This was clue 2. So you have some reverse stocking stitch rows and some eyelet rows. I'm very looking forward to blocking this because I think I will get a lot of like I can make it a little bit bigger. As you can see, like garter and eyelet you can really stretch out. So very fun to do, very easy, very intuitive. And then you didn't increase here, so you have this flat shape, like it's flat here and it's also flat on this side. So it's like not a perfect triangle if we try to show you, but it's fun. It's a different shape. Maybe it's like sometimes you have a little bit too much of your triangle when you're wearing it banana style as a scarf. So yes. And then this is clue 3. Is a very interesting texture pattern where you have about a set number of rows you do, and you always like stagger these floats, so there are floats on the right side of the work and you stagger them to get like this slanting I don't know how you call it, slanting texture. And these ones was very fun to do because you had a lot of stitches on your needle from clue 2. So what you did here is you did an I-cord bind off on one of the sides, if you look at half of the shawl, and then you worked decreases every right side row, or not every right side row, but every 2 rows to get to this point, which was very fun because the faster it gets when you it gets smaller and smaller, it's like even nicer to just like try and finish it. So I have one side and I have the other side as well. So yes, very fun. The only thing is like I'm gonna have to figure out if I wear this, maybe like normally I tuck this under, but maybe I'll be more like because there's gonna be a border, which you'll think, so maybe I'm gonna be more like this kind of person with the shawl to really show off this texture, but whatever. Or maybe I'll just wear it over my backside like this, and then you can really see the texture here. So with the yarns I am using, so we have, maybe the first clue is the easiest to show you. So we have color A, B, C and D. Color A and color C are from the same dyer, they're the same base, so these are the BFL sock yarns. So it's not just that soft merino, but with the other yarn it really evens out and it's just very lovely. There's this white speckled one is called the Elves, and the more browny speckled one that's here, this one is called the Dwarf. So these ones were from Atelier Wall based, from a box which was Hobbit themed, and these were 2 of the yarns I got in there. And then color B and color D are from Les Garçons. They're the yak sock yarn, so they have, let me make sure, 20% yak, 10% nylon and 70% superwash merino, so they're very soft. And like even with the BFL, which is not as soft as the merino, it works out perfectly. It's very, how would I try to say it, very soft, very squishy. It's like, yeah, gonna be a beautiful shawl. And oh, I didn't tell you the name of the colors. So the red one is Mysterious Squirrel, and the more purplish one is Mysterious Goat, and they're from their Mysterious Mountains club from around this time last year, I think. So from 2022, one of their mystery clubs. So yeah, that's it. For those who don't want to be spoiled about what we're gonna do next with the border, maybe you should skip forward a couple of minutes because I'm gonna talk what my plans are about that. Even though I said I wouldn't tell you anything about it, but yeah, I want to talk about clue 4. So if you don't want to hear it, completely fine. I hope to see you later part in this video or in the next one. But yeah, for the border part, it's also a very textured stitch. It's gonna be a lot because there you will be picking up all the stitches on the bottom, like on the 2 triangle sides, you could say, of this shawl. So I think at one point there will be more than 1,000 stitches on your needles for stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot, but it will be fun. I'm looking at it that way. So I'm definitely gonna try to use as most of these colors as I can, but also I have these. Let me try to see. They're somewhere in here. Here we go. Here we go. I have from the sock sets of Les Garçons, I also have the minis, and I have a third yarn which was also part of this club. And I'm thinking if I really want like the border to be bigger, I'm not completely sure. Maybe I would use one of these ones. They are 20 grams, so I think they should be enough, but I'm not completely sure to do one of the repeats or maybe combine them or something. I don't know, I will see. But I have, if you want to have a look, I have not weighed them yet because that is what I'm gonna do next. But I have definitely 40-50 grams, I think, left over from these ones. So maybe I have the least amount of the dark purple one, but for the rest, I think it will be perfectly fine to do a bigger border. I still have leftovers from the first version of the first clue I did, but I am thinking maybe I would want to make some socks with these yarns together because they're all sock yarns, and then maybe I could use the leftover. It's about 20 grams of each of those in like varying lengths of yarn. Maybe I could use those ones in some socks or something. So we'll see how I get on. I will definitely show you once I'm done. So that will definitely be in the next 2 weeks. Because like this texture pattern, I think it's a 6-row repeat, and only on the last row you really have to do the texture stitch, which will be taking like some time and a lot of doing stuff, but like for the rest it's pretty easy, I would say. So yeah, gonna be completely honest, I'm really looking forward to it and I'm having fun with it. So yeah, we had a rough start with it, but it's all fine now and I'm really happy. Then that was all of my current works in progress. I have one future knitting plan I want to share with you, and it is this one. So I'm really, after doing all this texture stuff and multiple colors, I really want to make some color work. And it's like, yeah, color work sweater is maybe not the thing right now because I'm working on others, but maybe some color work socks once my shawl is finished. And this is the pattern I will be going with, the Selby socks by Skeiner Knits. So it's this Selby star pattern, and this is the yarn I'm gonna use for it. So this is Fulkalana Arvita Classic, just your normal 80% superwash. I think it's superwash merino. Yes, superwash merino and 20% nylon. But this was gonna be very cute. Like this will be the background, and this will be the star shapes. And yeah, I think this will be perfect. I have bought them before to make a pair of colorwork socks, because I'm not really that of a pink person to wear pink, like say a sweater or something, but like for socks it's cute, I think. So that's what I'm gonna do with these ones. The color for these ones, I have now buried my notes. So I don't really know how to call this. I would say this is more like a dark pink, but Areta themselves of Ficolana calls this burgundy. This is number 140, and this one, this light pink color, they call light blush, and this is 340, no, 334. So 334 is this one, and this is 140. So once I've started this, there will be a project page on Ravelry, and I will be linking all the details, but this is one of the things I'm very excited about. And then next to that, one of the reasons maybe I got inspired to do this is my acquisition I bought. So as I've probably told you before, I'm a student. I have some money to spend, but not the most disposable income. So I like to be sure about when I purchase things and stuff. And I also like purchasing things secondhand. I haven't really purchased a lot of yarn secondhand, but like some books and stuff. And this is what I did. I've got another book. I got Linus Publishing 52 Weeks of Socks. I got this through, it's an Instagram account. It's a Dutch one, so it's for Dutch speaking people in Belgium and the Netherlands, where if it's like you're not in need of it anymore, or you don't have space and you don't want it anymore, you can send pictures to the admin of the Instagram account, and she puts it up, and then it's some people can comment on it and they tag you in it, and then you can get everything sorted with people that are interested to buy your stuff. So I got this one. So the Instagram account where you can find these secondhand stuff is called Ons Garenschuurtje. I'll link it below if there are Dutch speaking people here, or people from the Netherlands and Belgium, because I think they would send it out somewhere else as well, because it's like you pay for it and you also pay for the shipping costs, or you can pick it up if you're closer by. So this has 52 sock designs. There, I don't think I'm gonna be making all of them, but definitely like 3/4 or it of something. I don't know, I was looking into it. It has like beautiful pictures of the socks, and it has beautiful pictures of nature, and it's just also like, how did they say, it's a coffee table book. Maybe it's like one of those ones that, yeah, maybe if somebody tells me like, oh yeah, I would really like some socks, but they don't have any idea what they want, what kind of socks they want, maybe they could like have a look through this one and give me an idea about which kind of socks they really want. Like they're mostly texture pattern in this, and cables, which is also texture pattern. Like these pictures, I really love this. So I got this one. It was on there, and I was like, every couple of days there are new stuff on there, and I'm going through, and most of the time it's like, oh yeah, that's cool, but I don't need it, or that's interesting, but somebody else was there for me. But this one was on there for I think a couple of hours, and I was like, okay, nobody's interested. I looked at the pricing, and it was about the same price as buying it new. So for me, it's like it's in perfect condition. Like you can see here and there that it has been opened, but not like has been used excessively, and like it's not that it doesn't really flat like this. So it's like an almost perfect condition. And it was about the same price as buying it new, a little bit cheaper, but like say with shipping costs, it's about the same price. But that's perfect because I got the book because I really like this book, and I bought it secondhand, which means that it's like better for the environment and stuff. And then we use the package service, which doesn't go to your house but goes somewhere else. So it's like really trying to be environmentally friendly with these kinds of stuff. So got this one, and probably you'll be seeing some of the socks from this book in the next time. We'll see. I think that is everything about knitting I wanted to say. So yeah, I'll talk shortly about the last 2 weeks. There's not a lot to tell you, but so I've been going to school, going home in the weekends, following classes, going to exercise sessions, and wearing a lot of knitwear. It's like, I don't know what it is, but I've got like most of my knitwear here and not at home anymore. So it's like, if I want to wear it, I have to wear it here, and I try to be conscious and wear like something hand knit every day. Most of the time that's definitely a pair of socks, but I've been really wearing my hand knit sweaters a lot, because it's colder and it's still like just warm enough for like the smaller ones, or the smaller ones, the thinner ones and the thicker ones. And I've really been like getting into what I really like to wear, and like what goes with with what, and like, oh, this is a nice silhouette, but the colors don't really work with like whatever I am wanting to wear. So I'm really like getting an idea of, if I want to make a new sweater or a new cardigan or something, to really be intentional with my colors, intentional with like the fit, how many E's or not. So that's been fun. It's also been like a styling quest for me. So like, how can I style this so it works for me and my wardrobe and like my sweaters. So that's been fun as well. And one of the other things I have been doing a lot is reading, because I've been reading this fantasy series. I think I'm reading the books in Dutch, but I think it's the same in English. It's the Davabat trilogy. It's so I'm in the last book now. It's like over 700 pages. So a lot of reading, and it's like more of a high fantasy, so it takes a little bit longer to get everything. But sometimes I can just, if everything goes well and I can like, because these are big books and I can like with some weights work out to just they lay flat. I can even just do some simple knitting, so that's been fun as well. So yes, I'm almost finished, and then I can start a new series, or I can just read for the rest of it. So that's one of the things I really love to do as well. So I'll definitely link this what I'm trying to say. I'm definitely linking this series in the description box. So it's the Davabat trilogy by S.A. Chakraborty. I think the first book is called Kingdom of Brass in English. I have no idea how the second one is called, but the third one I'm reading now is so Golden Kingdom, probably, if I get this right. So yeah, be linked. They're very beautiful. Their spines colored. Like maybe, sorry for coming so close by, but like I don't have the dust jacket on at the moment, so without the dust jacket they all look like this. They have a different color. They have it's more of an East Asian, I think. Egypt is also mentioned, so it's like more of that kind of society, religion. I don't know who really had to say, but like this is gives me those vibes. And then all of them, so the first one is blue, the second one is green, and this one has this red, and they have sprayed edges with all a different kind of geometric shape on them. So it's very cool, as you can see, very big, but I'm almost finished. So maybe for those want to see, this is name of the author, and this is in Dutch, but while we're doing this in English, is called Empire of Gold, so not Kingdom of Gold. So Empire of Gold. The first one is City of Brass, and the second one, I'm just looking, it will probably be Copper King, King of Copper, something like that. So yeah, but I think if you're looking for Davebat trilogy and you know how these editions look, you'll probably be able to find it. So that's one of the things I wanted to mention as well, because I always like it when other podcasters mention what they're reading, and if they're like, you learn their reading taste, and then if they have a similar taste to mine, maybe I'll find some new recommendations or something. So this could be one for you. It's a very good written fantasy, not too hard to understand, but it's different from like your, I would say, Western based fantasy. It's more an Eastern based fantasy, like I tried to tell you when I was showing the cover. So it has different stuff has different meanings, and you have to learn the whole world, but that's like part of reading a fantasy, which I really like. So yes, I think that's everything. For the next 2 weeks I have school, I have some tests coming up which I'm working for, some deadlines for a paper which I'm also doing, I will be knitting on my Mkal, and yeah, probably casting on those colorwork socks. So that's me, hoping it stays like it's cooler here now, but like not cold, because like last week we had one day when it was like almost 0 degrees, so just above freezing temperature here. So it's like it's October, it doesn't have to freeze yet, but like around 5 to 10 degrees is like perfect for wearing knitwear, but not too cold when you're like bundled up and it's almost too much. So yeah, perfect temperature at the moment. Hope this stays this way and I can try some more outfits with my knitted wardrobe. And I think that's everything. I could keep rambling, but I don't think that's necessary, so I'll go edit this, and while this is uploading I can do some more schoolwork, and I hope to see you in 2 weeks. Like and subscribe. If there's anything, let me know. And that was it. I think I'll better say goodbye now. Bye.